family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. Yeah. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? It won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being guided by Spirit to okay. So, if you've been guided to this video, Spirit would like you to start learning how to trust your first mind. Okay. Oftentimes, we get certain hunches, we get random visions, we get feelings, we get thoughts. There are little imbalances that happen when we come into certain people's spaces, and those little feelings and those little visions and those little thoughts and whatever it is that might make you feel or think, that was weird. Oftentimes, if it's somebody who's close to us, if it's somebody who we unconsciously choose to just always see or want to see the best in them, right? Somebody who we don't even realize that we connect with their higher self and tend to reject the ego personality aspect of them, right? The programmed aspect of them, and we don't realize as well unconsciously that we're operating out of all the areas of ourselves, like our need or our lack, or we focus in on the aspects that they soothe within us, right? And this happens consciously, unconsciously. Then there's also our ideas of loyalty, and again the influence of on our perspective and our reasoning of what we believe certain relationship dynamics are supposed to be like and come with, and how we're told to feel, and rank them, and who gets a pass and who doesn't. All of these things together have a tendency to override the subtle communication, right? Have a tendency to make you rubbish away. Sometimes the truth that the energy is trying to show you. And because generally these kinds of people are people that we have in our space all the time, they make up our reality, right? You've mentally decided that you're going to trust this person. You've mentally decided this person is okay to have around. This person is okay to have in your space. I pay this person. This person does a service for me, right? They're always around my family. Nobody's ever complained about them. All sorts of things that we tell ourselves to convince ourselves that our surroundings and our environment and the people we exist around are safe, right? And no, I'm not trying to make anybody paranoid. Like I started off saying, sometimes you get a feeling, sometimes you get a thought, sometimes you see something that you wouldn't generally see, right? Sometimes things happen that are happening to communicate something to us. And because of all these things that I've just spoken about, we reject it, we disregard it, we don't take it seriously. We tell ourselves that I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping, or you tell yourself that's a weird thought, right? You don't take it seriously. Spirit wants you to start taking those things seriously. Okay. Majority of the people, and I know it's hard to digest. I know it's a difficult truth to comprehend, to believe. But especially in the Western world, I want to say 98%, but I'm going to say 95. Okay. 95% of the people in the Western world have been corrupted with whatever programming that comes in from the system, right? And they're corrupted on different levels and different magnitudes and in different ways. And generally, where we would like to believe that somebody's acting out of their highest mind, out of their highest morals and their highest values, and because of whatever it is that we want to believe, we struggle comprehending when there is something being shown to us in a moment, something being shown to us in the subtle space of your reality, and we choose to just go with what we see or would like to interpret our physical space and world to be, right? Even if maybe it isn't, and it's your own layers of veils and your own defense mechanisms, and your mental defenses and your fears and whatever it is that's really actually controlling your interpretation of your environment and the people and the energy around you. Spirit wants you to start learning how to trust and go with your first mind. If you from now on find yourself in certain people's spaces and you get a random feeling, you get a random thought, you get a random vision, you hear something but you're not sure if you really heard it, you feel different in someone's environment and space. Even though it might seem unbelievable, it might seem incomprehensible, it might seem untrue, it hasn't come out of nowhere. Okay? You have higher energies that are with you, guiding you through this experience. Okay? And you make it very hard for them to keep you on the right track, to keep you protected, to keep you away from the people who are not meant to be in your energy and your space. You make it very hard for them to do that for you when you override the subtle experience of your reality all the time. Okay? Start learning to go with your first mind. Start, if you get a random thought, if you get a random vision and it's out of the ordinary, don't disregard it. You're being told something and you might struggle believing it because of who it is in front of you that you're getting this thought, this vision or feeling about. That you're suddenly seeing something about them that you didn't generally see in the past. Okay? Start learning how to take that seriously. Because it can save you, it can save your family, it can save your finances, it can save the divine's looking out for you. And then when you're in the thick of things in the future, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, once upon a time, I had this thought, I had this feeling, I thought something was off, something felt off, didn't I listen to myself? You know, that's the divine speaking to you. That's the divine trying to guide you. That's the divine trying to protect you. Okay? So, and with the veil thinning now as well, with our energies and the vibration lifting, the veils are thin. So, more and more people who are actually awakening and in the vibration of ascension will start seeing things and noticing things that are behind the veil of the physicality, behind the veil of the physical performance, right? That not many will be able to always comprehend, because you want to believe that someone is operating out of their highest values and morals. You want to believe that somebody is, the best that you want to believe and see in them. So start listening, not with your ears, but with all the other aspects of you. Start divorcing yourself from thinking that sometimes the things that you see is just your imagination. It's not. Sometimes the things you feel. You walk into an environment that you normally walk into every day, and it feels fine, and suddenly it feels off. Suddenly there's a feeling that comes over you when you walk into an environment and somebody who's generally always there is there, and you feel different. I don't know why I'm being guided to say this. It's like it will resonate for who it's supposed to resonate with, okay? And this isn't now to start bringing you worry and stress in your life. If you are somebody who matches with this scenario, okay? It's just an example I'm being given. But if it resonates for you and it triggers something, and take it seriously, okay? So the example I'm being given is, you might be somebody who has a chef, right? Somebody who deals with your food regularly. And you trust this person, you pay this person, and, they move around with you, and they're just a regular feature in your space. They become a part of your furniture, right? That's what I'm being told to say. They become a part of your furniture. Suddenly, you find yourself, and that's, okay. Suddenly, it's too much. Suddenly, you find yourself feeling like you should start making your own food, right? Suddenly you start feeling a little off about this person dealing with your food. Suddenly you have little thoughts and feelings that make you think, I don't know how I feel about this person dealing with my food anymore. You never know what the divine sees coming. You never know what the divine sees on the other side of your dynamic that you don't exist in, right? People can be gradually compromised. You never know who people that you pay and who handle your food and who do all kinds of things for you in your environment, because again, people are programmed into convenience. People are programmed to see that having other people doing things for them in their environment is a sign of status, is a sign of, I don't know, it's how if everybody is their own thing, right? So those little things, if you start, the divine starts triggering you, or you find yourself feeling led to just start doing certain things differently that generally someone else in your environment might be taking care of, or you have a friend who you see is getting too close with your other friends, or I don't know why I'm supposed to be saying this, you have a friend who's getting too close to your chef, right? That brings in also now you considering what it means to you when people are becoming gradually compromised. Maybe the divine is trying to bring to your attention. Maybe when you see a friend or a man or a woman you've brought into your space getting friendly with your chef or whatever it is, and the divine starts giving you a feeling. The divine's letting you know this is not safe. Something isn't right over here. There's a potential for somebody to become gradually compromised. And it doesn't have to always be with a chef. It can be with a friend. It can be with anybody. Okay? It can be a family member. It can be anybody. So please just start learning to trust your first mind. Start willing to consider that what you are being shown, what you feel, could possibly be true. Even if it sounds ludicrous, if it feels ludicrous, if it looks ludicrous, right? If it comes across like, oh my God, they would never do that. Let me tell you, in this world and with the programming and the way people's minds have been corrupted with all kinds of things, what you think someone would never do, they generally would do. Okay? I've been awakened out of that a long time ago. I've learned the hard way. You don't let your friends be friends with your friends. You don't think that people operate out of their highest values and morals, especially if they're controlled by money, if they're controlled by attention, if they're controlled by their carnal nature, if they're controlled or can be manipulated by all the egoic things in life, right? Don't underestimate it. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it there, alright? And I'm going to pull a card now from the Miracle Cards by Marianne Williamson. Okay? And let's see what Spirit has to support our conversation. And really, the video is not to alert, it's not to bring alarm or anything. It's just supposed to gently guide you or awaken you, or have you just be paying more attention to certain things and not, shooing it away or being too afraid to confront the truth or to take heed to a warning that might be coming, or Spirit preparing you to make a decision or to start looking into something or to prepare for taking action in the future to avoid something, right? Be cautious with people that you have managing your food and your drinks. I don't know, I feel like I really need to emphasize that. Don't trust people too much, okay? Just be cautious, okay? Be aware, not afraid, okay? Anyway, let's see what Spirit has to support our conversation. We'll give somebody who's watching our video a nudge in a specific direction. Okay, let's see. Now please have one card, Spirit. Thank you. I'm going to go again. Let me go again. May I please have one card, Spirit? Thank you. The future of the planet. Okay. So, like I said, we're raising in consciousness, we're raising in vibration. Everything that has been hidden is coming to the fore and is there to be seen on a micro level and on a macro level. Okay? So when your experience and your reality and the way you interpret your environment starts feeling like it's changing a little bit, these are all symptoms and aspects of what I've been talking about. The veil starts thinning. Things that have been hidden are suddenly being seen. The truth in people, the ugliness in people, the way people are corrupt, the way integrity is something that now has to, start coming into balance. The devil knows how to behave, okay? The devil might not have the ability to be consistent, to be patient, to endure, but the devil for the moment knows how to behave. So don't underestimate the people around you. They're all programmed and corrupted by the same things, by the same shit on TV, by the same the same ways of interpreting their emotions and life and uh, and 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 taught all how, they've all taught how to deal with and express their envy, and all these things are programmed into people, hiding in the background, and has been intensified even more over the last, I'd maybe say 15-20 years compared to maybe before then, right? All of it has been intensified. So don't be too shocked when you find yourself going through betrayals. Don't be too shocked when you find your friends and your family being easily compromised or gradually compromised, or unable to stick out their loyalty because of other things that might be influencing and tempting them on the outside. Don't underestimate all these things because of your mental defenses and your want and need for your environment to be a certain way that aligns with your fairy tale of what you've been programmed to believe reality is. All of us have to accept that at some point, and it's difficult to deal with, especially if it's your family members, especially if it's your mother or your father, especially if it's someone that's a best friend or a best friend or a sibling, or like we've been talking about, a chef. I don't know why the chef seems to be highlighted for today, but it is, okay. A chef that you've had around, a lady who looks after your children, or whatever it is. In everyone's situation it will be different, but you will only know what is true for your own situation if you listen to yourself. Listen to what the energy is telling you. Listen to the random thought that seems out of the ordinary, but out of the ordinary, but too present, too distracting to ignore. Believe it. Let it ignite a little bit of curiosity in you. Let it ignite you taking the choice to slow down, to become more observant, to adjust the way you're moving a little bit, to pull back, to stop sharing so much, to pay more attention to someone's behavior, to pay attention to changes or people in someone else's environment. And if you're somebody who has a lot of men or a lot of women in your environment that are not very permanent, I'm putting this politely, right, that tend to come and go, don't allow them to interact with people who manage your food, or the things that you're drinking, or what your family is taking in, or your family's intake, whatever it might be. Okay, people are programmed and corrupted by a lot of things that we take very lightly because you engage the very same things that everybody believes is entertainment. It's not there to entertain you. It's there to dictate from the background the way you interpret life and your reality and express your emotions. and the shit they seed into you to recreate in your life, to manifest, to take control of your manifestation imaging center, so that you focus your emotion and your focus and your energy onto all of the stuff that they put into you through the images, into all the people who exist around you through the images, to influence them subtly in the background when they're triggered by certain things that remind them of what they've been programmed by, right? That's the shit that's guiding people's reasoning. So all of this is being cleansed, all of this on different levels, different dimensions of it all is being balanced out and cleansed. But in order for it to also happen successfully, what is hidden needs to come to the fore. You need to see it, okay? So believe it when it comes forward. That's all the divine is asking. Trust your first mind. Move different when you feel something might require you to move differently. Stop eating the food. Start making your own food. Stop being so dependent on things and people on the outside of you who may be hiding things, who may be the devil that knows how to behave in front of you, but is governed by other things in the background. Don't be naive. Anyway, the card says, the decisions we make today, individually and collectively, will determine whether the planet goes to hell or goes to heaven. The critical choices lie in our own hands. Okay, so when decisions are called to be made, it's not about friends, it's not about liking, it's not about people's feelings. It's about what's right and wrong and what's going to keep you, your family, and your environment peaceful, safe, and healthy. Okay. If you're paying somebody, you're paying them for a service, not for their friendship. Their loyalty is to your money. Okay, and whoever it is you have around you, just, whoever it is you have around you that isn't permanent, don't be swayed by people soothing your emotions, people soothing your lonely, people soothing your need to be accepted or have company or whatever it is. Okay, people will see in you what you don't think people see in you, and manipulate you with that. So take it easy and have your spiritual eyes open and your energetic eyes open. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, family. I'll see you in the next video. Okay.